Let's talk about ChatGPT search marketing for chiropractors and business owners, how to rank #1 on the world's hottest AI platform, and attract more new patients, clients, and sales without spending any money on ads. I'm Dr. Matthew Loop, and I have something powerful to share with you, so please shut away all distractions. Google search clicks are evaporating, and a massive shift has taken place in the online space if you've been paying attention in the last year or so. According to Pew Research Center, Google users are less likely to click on links when an AI summary appears in the results. We've all seen these in local or national markets. Now, this came straight from Digiday. It says Google AI overviews linked to 25% drop in publisher referral traffic, the new data shows. In fact, some sources go as high as saying 40% of all Google searches are clickless searches, which means people are just looking at the AI overviews. They're not even getting to the maps or to the regular organic listings. And to demonstrate this, I'd like to share an analogy of a coffee shop real fast. Now, imagine you own this busy place on a downtown street in the city. Every morning, hundreds of people walk by, glance in your window, and some come in. That's what Google traffic used to be like. Now, imagine someone installs a free espresso robot on the sidewalk. It gives everyone a hot latte instantly without them ever having to step foot in your shop. That's what AI summaries and ChatGPT Search are doing to traditional websites like yours. They're serving the answer instantly, and most people never click through the quote door. So while everyone else is still fighting to get higher on that same old street corner, the smart ones are moving their businesses and practices into the espresso robot, getting cited, referenced, and discovered by AI answers. This is the new front line of visibility. It's no longer just traditional SEO, search engine optimization, it's answer engine optimization, and those who adapt early are going to own and dominate the markets for years to come. And to further give you some context, I just pulled up the most visited websites in the world very recently, and you can see ChatGPT consistently ranks and hovers around #4. So the volume that this particular AI platform generates is staggering. Now, according to Pew Research, 34% of US adults have used ChatGPT, which is about double since 2023. Now, this was also very interesting if you've been paying attention to the news. This says Google AI stumbles. ChatGPT's emergence changed the course of an antitrust case. Essentially, what had happened is the judge said tens of millions of people use Gen AI chatbots like ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Claude to gather info that they previously sought through the internet search. Even a judge ruled in favor of Google. So they no longer have the monopoly. And I say this to let you know, this isn't what Matt Loop says. This is what's happening in the world. And I just happen to have my finger on the pulse of trends very, very early on. This is from the BBC. AI challenges the dominance of Google search. I could have pulled hundreds of these articles recently. And in fact, according to Forbes, recently there was a marketing study done that shows LLM conversion, large language models like ChatGPT, is 9 times better. AEO, answer engine optimization, is coming. I want you to think about that. When somebody goes into an engine like ChatGPT, they ask a question and they drill down in that question over and over. Sometimes they ask 5 to 10 questions before they get the answer that they want. So it makes sense that the conversion is much higher. I hope you're really starting to grasp the gravity of what I'm telling you right now. I get goosebumps when I talk about this because of how things are changing so much and the massive opportunity at play. So if you're not familiar with who I am, let me just give you the Cliff Notes version, just to share a bit about myself. Matthew Loop, best-selling author of Social Media Made Me Rich. Here's how it can do the same for you. And I've had the privilege of helping 8,500 doctors and business owners create new possibilities in their marketing and advertising, 20 to 50 new patients, clients per month with social media. Plus, I've coached people like yourself on how to create multiple 5-figure per month income streams from the internet, whether that's been using affiliate marketing, buying businesses, selling online course, software, Amazon selling, coaching, consulting, launching books, apps, membership sites. I've sold multiple millions of dollars with these, and I've taught many a set of skills that pays them over and over for life in any economy, up or down. I'm not a fly-by-night consultant like you see everywhere in your newsfeed these days. I've had the privilege of speaking on some incredible stages all over the world, including MIT, at the Harvard Club of Boston, and been featured in many major media outlets, whether it's Forbes, NASDAQ, quoted in International Business Times, and many others. And I say that to impress upon you that because I've had the finger on my pulse of internet marketing for so long, I was back around in the MySpace days in 2005 when I started growing my practice initially. No one certainly knew what social media would become, but I just was right there at the right time. And then YouTube came along, and I was so busy taking care of my people, but other colleagues were asking me what I was doing. Then I began training them on the systems that I had developed for YouTube, Facebook, and MySpace. And that turned into something that is just incredible. So I accidentally stumbled into a career in consulting way back in the 2005, 2006, and have had the fortune not just of being on stages, but interacting with some pretty amazing influencers and celebrities like Michael Richards from Seinfeld, or having dinner with Evander Holyfield, or having a billionaire philanthropist serve me lamb tandoori on his private island, Sir Richard Branson. I like to stay connected with powerful mastermind groups, and through social media and how I've been able to use the internet, I've gotten into some amazing circles and had opportunities. So I'm really passionate about this stuff because I know where the internet can take you if you just do certain things in a certain way. I'm living proof, and so are thousands and thousands of my students over the years. And what's crazy is I get these messages every single week. This was from one of my clients, Dolores. She was talking about in the business, one of the clients found them from the website, but they used AI, ChatGPT, to do that because the agency was recommended. Had another client, Dr. Tucker, recently sent me this, got my first new patient from ChatGPT Search today. So this is happening over and over. And the question is, are you capitalizing on it for either your practice, business, or brand? And even if you are, there are ways and subtle tweaks that we can make to absolutely and exponentially grow that in the next 3 to 6 months. This is applicable to any business or practice, by the way, so it doesn't matter what specialty you have. I'm just doing this for a series of health professionals, but any business can benefit from these particular strategies because it is applicable. I thought this chart was actually very fascinating too, where it talks about Google versus ChatGPT. ChatGPT hit 1 billion daily searches 9 years faster than Google, and it's on pace to match Google by 2030. In fact, I actually think it's going to be a lot faster based on the trend right now and what I'm seeing just on the ground, talking with so many clients. And I've trained hundreds of doctors and business owners just over the last 6 months on how to leverage ChatGPT to get ranked high on the search for these local keywords. One of the keys and tips that I'll give you, though, is you need to use the paid version of ChatGPT when you do your searches and when you start feeding this data in particular. So make sure you're using the paid version. It's only $20 a month for the professional, and it will act like an executive assistant and your consultant for many things. Now, what you also want to understand about ChatGPT is that you need to train the AI what to think of your business and your brand. Now, I go very in-depth in this in a new webinar that I created. I'll tell you a little bit more about that a little later, but just understand, just like all these social media platforms or Google, the more you use ChatGPT and AI engines, the more likely you are to get more distribution and higher rankings and more traffic, because historically, that's how all of these platforms have operated in the past. I wanted to give you also a quick comparison because some of you are going to say, well, I'll just do basic search engine optimization, SEO, and that'll take care of it. No, it's not going to. As you'll see, there are several differences that you need to know if you want to master and rank #1 for ChatGPT Search. So what I've done is I've Googled best chiropractor, Dayton, Ohio, and here's what comes up. Places come up. Sometimes we're seeing the AI-generated search results, the AI automation right here at the very top, which pushes everything down. On this one, we don't see it yet. And then you can see some other websites, Homegrown, Reddit, and then Yelp, and such. So just take note of what you see in the business listings up here, Homegrown, Creek, and Stoll Chiropractic. Then on ChatGPT, I did the same exact thing. Who are the best chiropractors? Dayton, Ohio. And ultimately, look what it brings back. Vital Health Center. Holton Wellness Center, Preferred Chiropractic, and then they give me some reasons why it may or may not be good. How about that? It's not exactly the same. And over in certain markets, this is what we're seeing. Sometimes there can be overlap, absolutely. But remember, in let's say a local market, you need to rank for dozens and dozens of keywords. So just because you might surface high in ChatGPT search for one or two keywords, hey, that's fantastic. But now let's really put a strategy in place to drill down and hit the other ones, because the more real estate you have, the more traffic and new patients and clients you will get. I'm going to come out and say this, but ChatGPT search is the holy grail of marketing and outreach right now. You got to know how the algorithm works and all the precise ranking factors that get you to the top. And there are many of them, including authority, how ChatGPT perceives you as an authority in your market. And I'm not just talking about Google reviews, because as we saw in the previous slides, it's not that simple. This is the tech curve of adoption, and unfortunately, many chiropractors, small business owners, usually are laggards. They fall kind of into this late majority laggard section on the curve. Where we are right now, we're kind of between the innovator and the early adopter phase, quite honestly, if we're talking about ChatGPT search. And the cool thing that I've seen with some of my clients is that there have been minor tweaks that have been made, and they start ranking really well within a matter of a week, 2 weeks. That's unheard of. You could never do that on Google these days because it's so saturated and competitive. Now, I'm not going to promise you results that fast, but I will say as you knock these things down and you get these ranking factors in place, you're going to ascend very, very quickly. And that could be an additional 2, 5, 10, 20 or more new clients and sales per month very easily just from what you do. Now, if you're in national markets, that could be an extra 5, 6 figures in revenue very, very easily. So you need to get in early on this. Everything that I showed you in this tutorial, the research, that's not what I say. That's what's happening right now. So what's it going to be? Are you going to be an early adopter and start to implement immediately? Or are you going to wait and let this opportunity of a lifetime pass you by? Now, I could share with you so many different success stories and testimonials over the years from clients that I've privately coached and work with, people that have bought my book and made just life-changing results. I'm very grateful to have worked with thousands of business owners and doctors over the years. It's been inspiring. I mean, Dr. Dan here, 13 new patients in 1 week just from Facebook. Dr. Jeremiah, 25 per month with Facebook, an extra 120,000 for the month. Doctors Rebecca and Sean. Dr. Morris, 35 new patients a month from implementing certain systems. Thousands of new patients generated. Dr. Ryan, and I could go on with the list and over and over and over. And many of these were right place, right time, and the right strategies. And that's really what I'm offering today with this ChatGPT ranking system. Dr. Barb, an extra 500,000 in the year. Dr. Sachin Patel, an extra $1 million through the strategies that he's actually learned. Now, you have two options when it comes to ChatGPT ranking. You can learn this by yourself. It could take you 6 months, a year longer, and time is money, unfortunately. You need to be early in the game. I've already figured everything out. So what I'm going to offer you today is specifically my advice, my wisdom. You can access my proven blueprint today and grab high rankings. Based on many clients that I've consulted, I've already deciphered the common denominator. So do you want to rank number one on ChatGPT search when somebody searches in their local market? Do you want to have first mover advantage? Because that's where we are. Do you want to learn how to get the AI algorithms to favor you as opposed to competitors? If I could show you a simple way to bring in many more patients and clients with the world's hottest AI platform without spending any money on ads, would you actually implement it? Now, it only takes 20 minutes a day. You or a team member could absolutely do this, and it's not rocket science. You don't have to be a biotech wizard to figure this out. So you're invited to join me on this journey where I teach you how to rank at the top of ChatGPT search and bring in more new patients than you thought possible with this. Now, here's what you get in my program. You're going to get access to our recorded webinar that I did. It's over an hour and 40 minutes in length. It shares the nuts and bolts, the best practices, mistakes to avoid, so you can get those rankings quickly to see more traffic and sales in your office. I'm going to give you also the full transcript so you can go back over. I'll give you the cheat sheet and checklist as a separate learning guide. You'll also get a one-on-one call implementation wise with me so I can help you hit the ground running. I want you to go through the training first, and then I can tie up any loose ends for you. I'm so confident that this particular system is going to work for your office, your business, that I'll give you a 6-month money back guarantee. So I want you to take time and implement this because I know it works. And if you're in a local market, I'll give you zip code exclusivity for your profession. Now, this is easily a 1997 value. I charge over $1,000 per hour just for a phone consultation, but you're not going to pay anywhere near that on today's training. Here's what it's going to do for you. It's going to give you an unfair competitive advantage on ChatGPT, which is exactly what you need right now. The first movers always make the most money. This will get you more traffic to your website, and if you've experienced drops in Google traffic recently, this will help you take care of that. It's going to get you more new patients and clients through your doors, which will boost your business and your practice, and it will make you Google proof. So you don't have to worry about what that search engine is going to do. Some of my clients, they've been way too dependent on Google for far too long, and if Google shifts the algorithm, bam, your business or your practice is down 50%. That's not okay. So we need to make you Google proof. So here's what to do next. Just one new patient or client through your door more than pays for this training. And it's only $497, again, with a 6-month money-back guarantee for you. Now, you can visit profit365.org/search or just click the link in this description if you're watching on YouTube or wherever you're watching. There might be a big yellow add to cart button, but you can also go to profit365.org/search and grab all the bonuses that I mentioned for taking advantage right now. If you see and understand what I just shared with you, then you should really have your eyes very big and want to take advantage of this opportunity because, we know from previous experience, this window is open at present time, but in the next 6 months, who knows what's going to happen? All I know is over 800 million users use ChatGPT right now. It's the 4th most trafficked website in the world. And even friends and family and colleagues, they're not using Google as much anymore. Look around. The great thing is also that this is more of an affluent market because many users are paying $20 per month to use ChatGPT. So if what I said in this tutorial made sense to you and you want to get first mover advantage on the new real estate online, make sure you go to profit365.org/search, register for this training, and I'll guide you step by step. And imagine being in 1998, 99, and if you knew the first thing about Google SEO, my goodness, you'd have traffic and sales and patients coming in for, who knows, years and years and years. That could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars to millions of dollars over a decade. We are at that point in time right now, so take advantage while you still can. If you have any questions, definitely post them down below. Great talking to you, and I will see you on the inside. Cheers.